guys, today I'll be explaining to you like why do you have no reason to live to live in the real world or to escape the imaginary world. Reason here can be motivation. Why is it that something which most Maladaptive Daydreamers struggle with is motivation to live in this real world? Like the motivation to go to work, the motivation to manage the daydreaming, or just the motivation to do other things, just the normal mundane thing, even brushing your teeth, taking care of yourself, taking a shower, going to school, going to work, or just the motivation to really live in this real world. Actually, the answer is very, very simple. A real world sometimes is a bit challenging because in the real world you may get rejected, you may not get that dream job, you have to study, or you have to look for a job, you have to pay bills, you have to do all those things, which sometimes can be challenging, especially when you don't really feel that you have the inner capacity to deal with them, or when you're not accustomed to doing them. And you know something about being a maladaptive daydreamer is in that dream, because it's all in your head. Yeah, it's all in your head. When things are in your head, they can be so easy to fabricate. You can create intricate storylines, good worlds where everything is in your control. You control all the relationships, you control the way you go to work. Because I even saw someone saying that they were exploring Mayan caves in their dreams. So those are amazing things. Like you can be Indiana Jones in your daydreams. Of course, it's amazing. It's like you're living a movie in your head. Very amazing. It's an amazing world because it's a fantasy. So, real world is not a fantasy. Real world has some aspects of pain and pleasure, but the imaginary world mostly will start with pleasure more and more and more and more because you can control and you can know, or you can overindulge in them. So of course you will not have the motivation to live in the real world because the imaginary world is more pleasurable and it's more enjoyable than the real world. So that's why you may not have the motivation to really live here, but you'll have the motivation to daydream more and more, especially when you're starting your daydreaming journey, where you or when you're still living in this denial of like daydreaming or spending 3 to 7 hours a day in this imaginary world is not a problem. You'll be okay with it. So it's normal not to have the motivation. And in the next video, I'm going to be explaining to you how do you really find this motivation to live in this real world or to manage your daydreaming.